Yo, what up guys, your boy Williams Fitness back again with another video, and today we're going to touch on Phil Heath. Now I know what you're thinking, you get a lot of speculation around a lot of pro bodybuilders, mainly Kai Green. It's normally Kai Green making comebacks, always a comeback, never happens. It never will really happen. I think he may be doing a couple of exhibitions at best. But let's touch on Phil Heath. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers have made videos about Phil Heath downsizing, which I think's absolute trash. And the reason I think this is there's a lot of footage that Phil has posted over the last few months that begs to differ. It's the complete opposite. He's still quite huge. And obviously, as we all well know, that he lost last year. His first proper loss since Sean Roden. He did a comeback. He took a year out. He made a comeback. Big Ram. He took the dub, and it was one that we were all waiting for. The only person that was missing from that show was Sean Roden. If we had Sean Roden in that lineup, it would have been the best of the best of the best of our generation. Now, what I want to touch on today is the simple fact that I have got some clips to prove that Phil obviously hasn't downsized, and we have also got some information from Phil Heath's website. Now, I want to speculate against this because basically if you go over to philipheath.com, it literally states on the site that he still has unfinished business when you want to register. Now, what that is in regards to me, it'd be Olympia. To me, it would be Olympia. He has posted recently on Instagram about pushing forward, pushing towards something bigger, better, stronger. Now, that could be applied to anything in life. But to me, as he's a bodybuilder, that means he's pushing. Is that entrepreneurial level? Is that, competing? I'd like to think it was competing. I do want to go against everybody that said Phil's downsized. If you look at the clips we have now, the arms are still ridiculous. Like, he hasn't lost any size at all. I think the problem is when a lot of pros go out and about, if they wear something baggy, it does look like they're smaller. I know that sounds crazy, but there's a perfect example is this picture of Phil in a suit and Patrick Moore in a tight-fitted top. And as you can see, Patrick looks way bigger. It's camera angles. You can't just go off one image and say he's bigger than him, he's lost weight, he's lost size. It's just too easy to speculate against it. So my point is, do I think Phil will be coming back 2021? I do. I still think he's got too much potential. Even for, if you just put, going for the win to one side, as a businessman, it makes sense for his brand. It makes sense for his supplement company. It makes sense for his bank balance. Now, yes, Phil has earned a hell of a lot of money. But as we all know, when people like Kevin Lerone did a comeback, it wasn't just because he had that fire in the tank. He was launching a supplement brand at the same time. We're not all that stupid to think that it was just for the comeback. When you're launching something or pushing a brand or a product, you need something to push it against. And those two went hand in hand. And now his Lerone's Signature Series is doing amazing. Do I think he'll make a comeback again? Yes, I do. In fact, it's not even a comeback. He's still competing in my eyes. He's still competing. Obviously, we've just had the Philly Classic not too long ago, which is his own show, which is an amazing show. He is very good friends with Patrick Moore. They have trained a lot together. I can remember when I interviewed Patrick Moore back in 2019. He was just in awe of Phil all the time. They are really good friends, and that friendship has obviously built on over time. So, 2021. Do I think Phil will be at Mr. Olympia? I do. I genuinely do. There's no reason why he shouldn't. There's no reason why he wouldn't or couldn't. Okay, it's, when you've gone from consecutive win after win after win after win to take 2 defeats, yeah, it's going to knock you on the chin massively, massively. But don't forget, he's still getting paid. He's still getting paid. So even if he plays second or third this year, again, does it matter? Yeah, it matters to him personally, but, these guys do this for a job as well, so they need to get paid. They've got bills to pay. Personally, I think he will be making a comeback. Do I think Kai will ever make a comeback? No, I'm never going to make a video on a Kai comeback. Unless I see him sign a fucking contract saying he's going to the Mr. Olympia, I will never touch on that. I think it's the deadest YouTube video ever made. I'm sick and tired of people regurgitating the same crap over it. Even if he makes one of his Yoda speeches about comebacks and people are like, oh, he's coming back. At this point, does anyone care? Genuinely, does anyone care? Do they think he could even compete against these guys at this level now when he hasn't competed for so long? I don't know. But yeah, that's my opinion. Obviously, you've seen him. You've seen Phil. He's clearly still in massive shape. He's still got all his size. He hasn't downsized at all. Maybe the website hasn't updated since last year. I mean, I doubt it. He's an entrepreneur. If it clearly states unfinished business. To me, that means he's sticking around for a little while longer. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Do you think Phil will compete this year? Do you think he'll maybe take another year out and come back next year? Do you think he's done and dusted at 8? I don't think he is. I still think he's needed on that stage, especially for some of the younger guys to compete against. There's sort of a hierarchical scale in the industry, and you always find that. I always tend to find, anyway, interviewing pro bodybuilders, they love the fact that, going up against Phil Heath, going up against Big Ramy, back in the day, it was guys going up against, I loved, when I competed against Arnold, they're in awe of them. I think it's needed. He is needed in this sport more than we care to think. And I think Phil has such an amazing legacy already. He can't do any harm going forward. Even if he places second and third, he can't do any harm to his legacy. It's already written in stone. So I've been me, you've been you. Peace.